Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a minute. Just bear with me, please. Your girl is on a busy schedule, but I am going out today to get Korean hot dogs, so I thought I would film a get ready with me featuring this bright teal room and my messy drawer. So let's get into it. Today is my last day before I enter a full big girl corporate job. So we're going out to celebrate with Korean hot dogs. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Y'all, this primer is actually really good, and I use water-based foundation and concealer, and normally with water-based products it slides off throughout the day, but this primer, it does the job. Like, it is so good, and honestly e.l.f. never disappoints. So I think it's because it's so sticky and tacky. I love it. It's set on my face for about 30 seconds so that it is tacky to the max. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Light Reflecting Foundation, and this is the best investment in terms of makeup that I've made. It is so good. I think a bottle is $50, but it's worth it because first of all, it's long lasting. It makes your skin look really natural. It's light coverage, but it's buildable. So this is like my holy grail. Honestly, I only use like a pump of it, so not even that much. So the product lasts for a pretty long time. Yep. I love how it gives you coverage, but you can still see the shine of your skin underneath. Like, you see that? What I've learned is that you really need to take your time with blending so that it really soaks into the skin and gives it a very smooth effect. So for concealer, I've been using Tower 28 in the shade MDR. This is also a water-based concealer, and I've been trying really hard to find a good concealer because I used to use e.l.f. but then I felt like it was too cakey. And it was kind of funny because throughout the day my foundation would like wipe off, but my concealer wouldn't, which I guess is good in terms of the concealer, but it was just strange because you could like visibly see where the concealer was, and I did not like that. But I've worn this several times and I like how natural it is, and it also is a perfect shade with the NARS foundation. And it's also pretty long lasting for a water-based product, because I know a lot of times with water-based products they tend to slip off easier than silicone, based on personal experience at least. But the NARS foundation and this Tower 28 concealer is actually a really good combination for me, and I've worn it out dancing and I've worn it throughout the day and it lasts. So I really like this product. And with that, I'm going to be using the Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder. This is a banana shade, which I personally prefer because it does brighten up my under eyes, and I feel like the banana shade and powder in general works for darker skin tones because the white is too strong for me. You know, like I feel like when I use white powder, it's so obvious where I put the powder. Black Radiance also is really affordable, drugstore, and their products are really good. Like their eyebrow pencil, amazing. So definitely would recommend. Okay, so for concealer, I don't put that much, especially if I'm going out during the daytime. And since my under eye creases a lot, I try to avoid this middle part because that's usually where the creasing happens, and I just put it below. When I blend my under eyes, I try to stay away from, once again, the creasing area and focus on the dark circles that are here, just so my under eyes don't crease. Do y'all see that coverage? In terms of powder, I just try to focus on my under eyes and also on my smile lines. I feel like that's where I get the oiliest. And I use a beauty blender. I used to use those cotton triangle these, but I feel like this is more if you want like a heavy beat, like you want your makeup to last the entire night. I'm not gonna bake for a long time because once again I don't really want my skin to be dry. I just want the powder to soak into the foundation and give that more natural look. Next I'm gonna set my face, and a tip that I have is to set your face almost after every step, especially if you want your makeup to last a long time. So most of the times I'll set my face after I do my base, so foundation, concealer, and then I'll set my face again after I do bronzer and blush, and I find that that helps make sure everything is in place for the entire day. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. makeup mist and set, and this is a dewy setting spray, so it really fits perfectly into the natural look that we're going for. So for blush bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild in the shade Mellow Wine, and I'm gonna be using the ColourPop bronzer in Silver Strand Beach. And this bronzer is actually really good because it's super pigmented. Even if it's a powder, I basically use this as bronzer and contour. And this shade specifically I think is really good for my skin tone. But yeah, let me show you how pigmented this is. And I'm also gonna be using this shade for my eyeshadow. Like, do you see that? I feel like it's the perfect tone as well. And I don't even need to use contour to sculpt. But if I did want to use contour, this is what I use. This is the Maybelline eraser in the shade 148. It's where I am trying to, you know, do a full beat. I'll just use this as a cream contour and put it in any place that I want to sculpt my face. And this also lasts all night, so tried and true. I've done a lot of things with this contour, and I especially like putting the bronzer here because I feel like it does an amazing job at just lifting and sculpting that part of my face. Some on my nose. I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush and also using it for my eyeshadow, and really like trying to bring it up here so that my eyes look lifted. When I apply blush, I try to focus it up here, and I'm gonna be really soft-handed with this because this blush is actually really pigmented. I also like to bring it up around this area. On to highlighter. I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild in Golden Flower Crown. And this is honestly my favorite highlighter because I feel like it's broken. First of all, it's glittery, but it's not glittery in the sense of you can see like the glitter grains on it. I'm personally not a fan of those kind of highlighters. I prefer natural highlighters that look like your skin just happens to be dewy, and I feel like this offers that. But it's also buildable, so if on nights where you do want to go all out, you can definitely still use this highlighter and it'll look amazing. I'm gonna put some setting spray on the brush, and I go really light-handed with this, especially during the winter. I think highlighter for me personally is more of a summer thing. And when applying highlighter, I try to focus on areas where the natural light already hits my face. So here, 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 and a little bit here. And my favorite place to apply highlighter is right here on the brow bone, but also not just centered in the inner corner, but bringing it up around this area of my eye. Just like that. I'm gonna go ahead again with the fluffy brush and blend everything out. So I have tried a lot of eyebrow products throughout my makeup journey, I've tried the Anastasia brow gel, not brow gel, the brow paint. I've tried e.l.f, I've tried L'Oreal, and this is my top favorite eye product, and it's the Maybelline Express Brown. The reason I like this so much is because it's teeny weeny, and the actual pencil itself is also really small, so if you already have natural brows, or even if you don't, I think it's very easy to sculpt your brows and the brow shape with this without it looking like someone crayoned on your brows. There's so much color distribution, so you don't even need a lot of product, which is why I honestly don't mind that it's so tiny, because it's worth it and it also lasts a really long time. It's also really blendable, so it's nice that it can just seamlessly blend into your skin that's up there and also your eyebrow hairs. And I'm gonna be using a pencil eyeliner. This is just from Guess, and the truth is pencil or charcoal eyeliners I think are pretty good universally, not universally, but I've found that a lot of pencil black kohl eyeliner is good, you know, like, you know how, like, for example, mascara, like, obviously there's bad mascara and there's good mascara, but for the most part mascara is mascara and it will do something to your eyelashes. I feel the same way about pencil black liner. I think that a lot of products are good enough, and this is one of them, but I would suggest, if you're gonna get pencil eyeliner, for it to be waterproof, which a lot of products in the market already are. So yeah, that's my little spiel on pencil eyeliners. Also, when I am doing eyeliner, I try to focus more of the color on the inner part of my eyes, because that is where I feel like you can see it the most. So you can see the little wing that I drew, and the reason why I drew that wing is sort of as a map for my lashes, and I adore lashes that look like lash extensions, and I feel like these do the trick. A trick that I learned about applying lashes is to face them downward so that the glue doesn't get on the lash part. Yeah, and to focus the eye glue on the ends of the lashes. Ta-da! Like, lashes are on. I'm gonna go in with a mini lash curler to push the lashes in and make sure they're gonna stay, and also curl them a little. I'm gonna use mascara to blend in my natural lashes with the falsies, and I'm using Essence Lash Princess, and this mascara was like $7, and it is quite literally one of the best mascaras I've tried, especially because my natural lashes are short. I think this helps add a lot of volume to it. And another trick is I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Falsies mascara, and if you're like me, you probably have that one mascara bottle that actually has no mascara left in it except for like remnants. And you know what, those bottles are gonna come in handy. I'm gonna be using it on my eyebrows to set the hairs in place and also define the hairs that are there. The reason why these mascara bottles that don't have any mascara in them, or have very little mascara in them, work is because it's the perfect amount for your eyebrows without it, you know, clumping a bunch of mascara on them. They just look better. Okay, so now we're on our last step, which is lips. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, lips are my favorite because I feel like the color of your lips can really change what look you're going for. Today, I think I'm gonna be doing brown pink lips. There's a trend called cherry cola lips, so I think I'm gonna be trying that. I'm gonna be going in with Expresso by NYX, and for the lip stain, I'm gonna be using Glossier Play. Honestly, I think this item is discontinued, but it is the perfect burgundy color. You can also replace it with Pepper from Bites Lip Cosmetics. So I'm actually gonna go really light-handed with this because it is a deep dark brown and I just want a more natural sort of outline of my lips. I'm just gonna pat that in a little bit so there's no harsh lines. I'm gonna go in with the Glossier. So for gloss, I'm gonna be using, honestly, gloss from the beauty supply store, which I don't care if you have a $50 gloss, because at the end of the day, the gloss from the beauty supply store is gonna get you real far. It just can't be beat. It just can't be beat. This is the finished makeup look. Shout out to my parents for making me. I know you saw their picture in the background. I am in my parents' room. I hope you enjoyed this little get ready with me, and yeah, I had an amazing time sharing my favorite products with you, and trust me, these products, amazing. I will see you all in the next one.